Hi guys, Becca C. Smith here, and today I wanted to talk about self-promotion and why I'm so terrible at it. So if you're an indie author or even a traditionally published author, you know you have to market in order for people to know your books exist. That's just pretty standard, pretty normal. And I have some weird innate issue talking about my books. Like, I guess because my social media mainly consists of friends or people I consider friends. And so I just always feels awkward or weird to me to be trying to sell my books to friends. And what's funny is that when I watch other people's videos or tweets or Instagram posts, I don't feel anything. If anything, I'm like, oh yeah, sweet, I'm gonna read that. Like, I never feel like... Yes, Snake wants to be part of the video again. Anyway, I never feel like they're pushing anything on me or, you know, like the salesman pitch, but I always feel like that's what I'm doing. So I don't really, if you've noticed on my channel, if you watch my channel, I don't really push my books probably as much as I should. I don't really know that I push them at all, to be honest. So what do I do about that? I gotta try and get my books out there. I gotta get, you know, I mean, that's the whole goal. You want people to read your stories, you know, you put all this work into it and you're just like, you know, you want to share. I mean, that's why writers write. They want to tell stories. That's what we do. I go more towards the paid advertising. I do listing sites and, you know, it's you know, you're kind of working at a loss, of course, because you're giving away your book for free in hopes that people will download it, read it, want to read your other books, and which is why I made Riser, my first book, perma-free for a lot of years now. But I did decide, and I'll be doing a whole video on this, my cousin kept telling me you need to do Amazon ads. I did Amazon ads 3 years ago, when around the time that they first released them, to just try them out, and they did not do well for me. I just felt like I was shoveling a lot of money that just I was always at a loss. I never really made that much money. It didn't give it that much exposure. But 3 years later, I guess they've kind of gotten their act together. They've become more popular. They've really implemented it into the Amazon algorithm, and they are just more successful. I've always been of the opinion that there are definitely different writing skill sets, and copy, blurbs, log lines is not the same skill set as writing a book or writing a screenplay. It is different. I mean, that's why some people that come up with good blurbs and log lines and things like that, that's why they're in marketing, because they can sell it to you. They can make you excited in a sentence. They can get you like, boom, in 3 words, you're like, I'm in, I need this book, you know? And I have been really working hard on that. I'm not that great at it. So really, these beginning ads that I'm doing now, I'm testing. I'm just testing different copy. And I'm kind of really just using the template that Mark Dawson sets up, where he's like, look, just in the beginning, you know, which, by the way, he's amazing. If you're an indie author and you want to promote your book, this guy knows what he's doing, and he shows you like his numbers. He shows you, he's pretty transparent, and it's pretty great because it's nice learning from somebody where you can go on Amazon and check out his numbers and his books and his and how he's doing and how he sales, like on your own, and see that he's selling a lot of copies of his books. So his methods really work. Now, his methods work so well right now because he started out small and put money into it, and then the more money he started making, the more money he put into it. So obviously he spends a lot of money on advertising now because he can, and he gets even more return. So I'm not there yet. I do not make that kind of money on my books at all. I really want to start to gain traction on my books. Honestly, it's just I'm terrible at marketing myself, at least on social media. I'm terrible at social media, period. I mean, anybody that follows me or who I follow or whatever, you know this. I rarely post and then when I do, it's like, or like I'll get tagged to do some fun thing on Twitter, and then you know, I don't see it until like 3 days later, and then I feel like, oh my god, it's just to be stupid if I did it now. So, and then I get all weird and in my head, and I'm terrible at social media. It's because I don't really I need to follow it more, and you know, I need to make it like a part of my daily habit, but I don't. So that's something that I need to work on as well. Oh my gosh, this whole video is just about me like complaining about myself. So I should probably stick to the positive, which is, even if you are like me and you do not like marketing yourself because you feel self-conscious, or you just feel weird, like you feel like you're trying to sell to your friends, that's why I don't like doing it on social media. I have full respect and I'm completely envious of people that can do this. And like I said, I don't judge at all. Like, in fact, I usually will buy their book. It's weird that my brain can't be okay with it for me, but be okay with it for everybody else. I don't know. I just feel weird selling my stuff. I just do. Like, even like when I'm doing my bags on Etsy, I feel weird. Like, I feel like that's why most of the year my Etsy store is just shut down, because I just like, you know what, I'm just gonna make bags for people that I know and that I like and that will appreciate it. I don't want to sell them. I just don't. I don't want to market them. I don't want to like say, "Ooh, I'm selling bags." I just feel weird. It all feels weird. I shouldn't, but it does. So that's it for me today. I just wanted to kind of tell you guys where I'm at. That's what I've been focusing on. I've actually been putting in the edits for Atlas Rising, so hopefully I'll be able to release that book in January or February, probably February. And I'm still working on my book with Faith. We keep swapping chapters back and forth. And I have put my Nano book on hold. And I think that's just because, oh my god, it's like the thing about Nano, I'm realizing that the thing about Nano that I've realized, by the way, is that the key for me, obviously everyone's different, but for me, the key is I need to finish a draft on Nano in order for me to want to work on the book again. I still want to work on my fantasy. I'm actually super excited about my fantasy, but I do see myself, because I have all these other things going on, pushing it off. Whereas if I would have just started, knowing that this was going to be a long book, if I had started when I first started outlining a couple months before Nano, I could have used Nano to finish off the last 50,000 words of this book. And I actually wish I would have done that, because then I would have had this book that was finished, this rough puke draft. It would just be to the side, and I would normally give myself a couple months away from books that I've finished, and it would have been done. Because now I'm still probably going to give myself that couple minutes, because, you know, NaNoWriMo makes you, it is way different than taking, you know, 3 to 6 months to write a book, where you can do it. You have your thinking days, you have your, you know, breathing days where you just are thinking about the book, but you're not writing the book. Whereas Nano does not give you that time. You're just writing, and it really just fries you out. You don't even want to look at that freaking book again for at least a couple months. Now, why it's different is because in a couple months I'm still going to be writing the book. And that's, for some reason, a little depressing to me. Whereas what was nice about when the one time I had finished a puke draft was Dream Diaries. But it was so nice being able to come back to that book and having it being completed. Now I just needed to edit and add and take out and all this stuff. So for next NaNoWriMo, I am definitely going to make the goal finishing a draft. That is it for me today. I know this was kind of all over the place. Sorry for the confusion. Hopefully it won't be too long. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you guys do in terms of advertising your books, or if you haven't published your books yet, whether traditionally or indie published, let me know what your plans are. Like, do you plan on paying advertising, or do you plan on just making social media your main source of advertising? And if you do that, can you give me some tips? Because I suck at it. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.